Alright, I'm using my phone camera this morning because I don't want to run down the battery on the GoPro because something unexpected happened today. I called a local flight instructor to see about taking a discovery flight to get from 0 to greater than 0 on my flight log. And expecting to set something up in the next couple of weeks, and he had an opening at 10 a.m. this morning. So I took a couple of hours off of work that I'll go make up over the weekend, and I am on my way to Decatur to go fly for the first time in the left seat. This is Pryor Field, just north of Decatur, Alabama. That's the Calhoun Community College campus, which is directly next to the field. And this plane here, November 969 Oscar uniform, is the one that I just took my very first flight in the left seat. So this is me in the red shirt, and the man in the right seat there is John Bashirs of Learjet John Aviation. He's the chief flight instructor. And it was a lot of fun going up with John today. Today was the first day that I've met him, and he was gracious enough to let me throw a camera in the plane. And there are links to the Facebook page for John's flight school in the video notes.
So we got keys. I just push that starter button until it starts. Clear! Alright, we got oil pressure good. This has got a casting nose wheel, so you have to use brake. That nose wheel just does this, so a lot of times you just have to stay in.
Since I didn't already have a relationship with a flight instructor before today, out of respect for their time and equipment, I didn't ask to hook up the audio. So after the engine gets going good here, you won't be able to hear us talk. And I didn't spend very much time setting up the camera either. I pretty much just set it in the back and then forgot about it, because the point today was really to learn to fly. Obviously wanted to take this video, but it was really more about the experience. So I'll get better at setting up the camera in the future, but you'll be able to at least see out the left window a little bit with me here today.
right, Stephen. Congratulations on your first flight.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. So that all counts is time for, so what you do is you just pull up on that right there and then in. Now, stick them back in that holder over there where it won't get caught up in your seat. But what happens if you don't put them in there when you sit down in here, you sit down on them and then you got to get back out. Yeah, you got to get back out. All right, good. All right, well, I can tell you've actually done some of that before. That's good.
Well, thank you. Well, I have just had my first 0.7 hours in the left seat. Got my first entry in my logbook, so we flew up the river a little bit, did a couple turns, came back in for a landing. I was at least partially in control of the airplane right down until only a few tens of feet above the ground, and he took over and did the landing. And going into it, I had, from my reading, just from my reading in the abstract, I had the impression that probably the stick, the aileron, and the elevator were going to be more stable than the simulator, but otherwise probably similar in feel to the simulator, and that the rudder might be very different. And that's exactly what happened. The elevator and stick felt very familiar. The rudder was entirely different than the rudder that I've been using with my simulator. Other than the fact that there's a left and a right, it was very different. And the pressures involved were very different. So I have an idea of what those are now, so that's good. And I'm excited. I think I'm going to try to schedule some more flight lessons, even as busy as the fall is, to schedule some more time, just be building some time, even if I still have the plan to go to do some accelerated training when I get an opportunity in a few months from now, because I want to go up again. I don't want to wait a few months to go up again, so if nothing else, that's what I'll do. I don't know when I'll have the time. I'll just have to try to fit it in somewhere. And of course, one last thing, that flight log that I showed in a previous video is no longer empty.